Has your life felt like it's been on a pause since December? Have your finance, your career, and even your marriage talk felt stuck behind an invisible wall? If the answer is yes, take a deep breath. On March 11, 2026, the great benefic Jupiter officially stations direct in the sign of Gemini. Hello and namaste. Welcome to the very special episode of Astro Diva. Today we are talking about Jupiter going direct on March 11th. Since Jupiter naturally looks after our luck and wisdom, this shift is essentially the universe clearing the path ahead. Jupiter is the planet of grace. So when it moves backward, we internalize our growth. We feel tested, but when it turns forward, that stagnant energy begins to flow. Now, this is a very big and important transit change for all of us. So let's spend a minute or two to understand the importance. Let's also look at what the classic says. The ancient Vedic texts are very clear about this Guru Margi shift. When we say Guru direct, we say it's a Kalyan Vrishti, describing a moment where the divine grace begins. It implies as abundance. This transit brings wealth to areas of a life that felt stuck. Ease. This suggests that the result coming on 11th March won't require the struggle of the retrograde period. They will flow more naturally. The hardship and delays will reduce. And purification, just as rain washes the dust away, the Kalyan Vrishti washes away the confusion. The ancient seers call this as Udaya of wisdom. After months of looking backward and evaluating our values, on March 11, the cosmic light turns green. So, according to the classic texts like Faldipika, Saravali, or Brihad Samhita, the transition of the planet from Vakra, from retrograde to Margi to direct, is one of the most potent moments in the transit. So, when Jupiter is Vakri or retro, a retrograde planet is strong but often erratic or twisted, and it is antarmukhi. So, it internalizes karma, effort happens, but we don't get the results immediately. It reopens the past also. It reviews our past effort, and it is a testing time. It tests our patience and it holds the results. But when Jupiter turns Margi or direct, it gets the Cheshtabal, the moment strength. So it becomes Bahirmukhi, externalized manifestation. So the results are out. Jupiter becomes Fal Pradhan, end of delays, and it goes towards expansion. It activates our past punya as well. And there's a Dvanda Sthiti Nivritti, which is end of confusion and anxiety. And it brings Hansa quality, which is bring happiness to all of us. So from planning to execution, from delay to approval, from efforts to recognition, from application to acceptance, from talks to marriage, from attempt to conception, from interviews to promotion. So it's a massive shift. Guru Jupiter is finally ready to deliver. It has the ability to bless fully. So let's also see what is specific about Jupiter in Gemini sign. So Gemini is a dual airy Mercury sign which is connected towards movement, learning, agreements and communication and also your intelligence. So blessings comes directly on these areas, mostly on Vidya, on education, on Lekhan, on writing, on Vani and speech, on Vyapar and business, on Sandhi, the opportunity and agreements, on and also Dvanda Sthiti Nivritti, which already mentioned, which is end of confusion and duality of Gemini sign. So that means the stalled applications, the exam results, admissions, interviews via documentation, contracts, opportunities, withheld agreements start moving forward and the business collaboration stabilizes. Also, when Jupiter gets Margi in dual sign, it creates the Dvanda Sthiti Nivritti directs the path with clarity. So it activates the fortune through movement, supports your relocation, encourages travel, foreign travel to study abroad, end of your spiritual blockages, if any. So which means indecision ends and doubts and confusion goes away. Jatak Parijat says Jupiter in Gemini is about success in commerce, teaching, writing, diplomacy, travel, and public communication. Okay, just to summarize as per the classic, when Jupiter goes direct, it brings wisdom. There is a rise in education and conceptual clarity. The Vidya Siddhi appears. Resume gets noticed and job placement happens. Skill based promotion also happens. Marriage and relationship gets momentum. There is a luck in childbirth and fertility. Santan Sukh is also there. Business agreements gets into finalization. Foreign travel and visa, the Yatra Siddhi also happens. Legal document get into the clearance. Financial liquidating of obstacles happen. And restoration of reputation is also on the cards. So let's see when Jupiter goes direct, the results are immediately seen for which placement. So Jupiter is ready and ability to bless fully is on the cards for everybody, but especially for people, if your Jupiter in your birth chart is in trine or kendra, that is, if Jupiter is placed in 1, 5, 9, or 4, 7, 10 houses, and if Jupiter is transiting over 1, 5, 9, and 4, 7, 10 house right now from your birth chart, if Jupiter is trine from your moon, so you can check from your moon. As a moon chart also, where is Jupiter placed? If you're running Jupiter's Mahadasha, Pratyanta Dasha, Antardasha, still these results can be seen immediately. If Jupiter is in friendly sign in D1, or in transit also, if Jupiter is transiting in friendly sign, if Gemini is friendly to you, then yes, these results will come immediately. And if Jupiter is in its own nakshatra or also in friend's nakshatra, these results can be seen immediately. Astrodiva recommends to let's honor and welcome Jupiter's Agman on March 11th. So we all can do the following. First is the charity of yellow gram or chana dal or yellow sweets, donating books and stationery to children or needy, and completing a long pending book or a course to completion is the best way to honor Jupiter in his welcome. With this, let's look at exactly what Jupiter directs mean for your ascendant. Depending on your Lagna or rising sign, this luck is hitting very specific area of your life. So for some, it's like miracle in marriage, or for others, it's a breakthrough in the career. So, but these are general readings, and hence individual prediction will differ based on their personal chart. But overall, the general predictions discussed here are going to bring positive impact in everyone's life. So, for the viewers to know your ascending sign, Satakshi will help us to know how to find your ascending sign.
All right. So if you want to check your ascending sign or rising sign or lagna sign, all these three things are same. What you can do is you check the first house. If you can see the number 3 written in the center, that is the first house. Okay? And you have to check what does number 3 represents in the chart. It represents Gemini sign. Okay? So you can have your chart from any of the resources which provide the service for free. You can just type on Google for free birth sign or free kundali. Many links will open up there, and you can open any of the link. Just you need your date of birth, time and place of birth. Fill that information there and you will get your kundali over there. And once you get the kundali, just check which number is written on your first house, and you can match that number from the table that we have provided on the screen. And corresponding to that particular number, your rising sign, your lagna, or your ascendant sign, all these three things are same, so you can check that from there. So I hope this concept of how to check the rising sign is clear to everyone. Hello, all the Aries rising sign. For you, the Jupiter is getting direct, and it's not any random planet for Aries ascendant. It's the protector and guide because it owns two most spiritual houses in your chart, the ninth house as well as the 12th house. So, this is now positioned in the third house, which is known as the Sahaj Bhav, is primarily the house of your initiative, your courage, your communication, and it represents the mental inclination. Your physical energy is also seen from this house. And most importantly, how you interact with your immediate environment. So, Jupiter getting direct in this particular house is expanding these themes only. And it will make you more communicative, courageous, perhaps more involved in your younger siblings, in short distance travel. And if there was any kind of stagnation in the field of third house, like writing or social media, or any projects were delayed, now you will be able to see that those are, because the Jupiter is getting direct, all that stagnation is going away. So this is a good sign. It will lead, because of your wise actions, because this is the house of action, it will lead you to success. So now let's just talk about the aspects that Jupiter provides us. So basically, Jupiter is having three aspects: fifth aspect, seventh aspect, and ninth aspect. So if Jupiter is sitting in the third house in Gemini sign, its fifth aspect will fall on the house of Libra, where Libra sign fall, the seventh house. So Jupiter here, it will it will bless your married life. It because it's the house of marriage and business partnership. It brings a healing touch to your relationship. It helps you and your partner to find a common ground for intellectual harmony if there was a period of friction in the past. And then the second aspect or glance of Jupiter is falling on its own house, Sagittarius, which is the ninth house in the Aries Lagna sign, in the Aries Lagna chart, sorry. So when Jupiter is putting aspect on its own house, this is very strong, or this is very protective, placement of Jupiter right now for the ninth house. So this drishti, it stabilizes the matters of ninth house. What are the matters of ninth house? Higher learning. If you want to go for long distance journey, if there is any kind of uh, you know uh, tension going on between your father or with your mentor, so all those matters will be resolved now. If you were struggling to finish any kind of degree or certification, this is the right time. Now you will find the right teacher and you will find the right direction. If you were doing your PhDs, the higher learning things, you will be able to clear your examinations, or you will be able to submit your final report on it. So this is very good time. If there was any kind of delay for paperwork regarding visas or passport kind of thing, that wait is going to be over now. Then the third drishti is falling on the 11th house. That is the ninth aspect of Jupiter. And it is on the Rahu. Rahu is sitting there, and it will be sitting there by the end of this year. Okay. So Rahu is in its own sign, Aquarius. There it is like high speed engine. It gives a massive gain, social recognition, any unconventional success. Rahu is known for that. However, Rahu in Aquarius can also create a mental fog. Remember this. So it is leading to confusion in your social circle or tendency to chase illusions, I can say. But because Jupiter is aspecting this and Jupiter is getting direct, so its powerful ninth aspect is the most auspicious one. Remember this. This aspect will act as a divine filter now. It will calm that Rahu's obsession and it will refine your ambitions. And Jupiter grace ensure that your social network and income sources are now guided by the wisdom and the purpose, and it will bring long term prosperity for you. For Aries, I just want to give you a tip in the last. If there is any kind of idea that is coming into your mind, any big idea, you can pitch this right now, because the Jupiter is affecting your house of communication. Your words have the power to convince now. So whoever in your social network, they will be convinced with your ideas and you will be able to gain out of that. Let's just talk about the next rising sign. Pooja ji will discuss it with you.
Welcome to all the Taurus ascendants. Taurus, get ready because Jupiter is finally ending its long retrograde and moving at full speed towards its exaltation. So, this is a massive power up as a great benefic is now in full blessing mode to clear the stagnation from the last few months. So, for Taurus, Jupiter is in your second house of wealth. So, the frozen state of your bank balance ends. So, let's look at what does the Bhavfal, the placement benefits bring on the table. So first is on wealth, stagnant bank balance and frozen payment finally moves, allowing for a smoother flow for liquid cash. Your speech, your words regain authority and weight, so making this as ideal week for high stake negotiation or salary discussion. On family front, lingering misunderstanding within the immediate family circle begins to resolve as a sense of harmony returns to the household. So, and as per the classic, the Vivada, any Vivada dispute regarding property or speech will find Siddhanta or conclusion. Now, in food intake, also, you may find the discipline to shift towards a more nourishing diet or find that digestive issues caused by stress are starting to ease. On your self worth, the internal critic goes quiet, replaced by a grounded confidence in your own skin and values. The classic often link Jupiter in the second to the acquisition of gold ornaments, so impacting your wealth acquisition in a positive way. The Kosh Vriddhi, growth of treasury also happens. There can be family expansion. So Jupiter in second when it goes direct, often cited in classes, is a time for celebration or for the addition of a family, a new family member. So, one more thing is you are blessed with Vak Siddhi and the power of speech, Saraswati yoga influences. So, Jupiter in the sign of Mercury, when it goes direct, allows the native to speak with madhurya, sweetness, or viveka, wisdom. So, the classic suggests that your words now gain spiritual authority and people will listen to you as a guide or a mentor. So, after wonderful benefits from the placement, let's look at the aspects. So if you take a look at the screen, Jupiter is placed in your second house and aspecting sixth, eighth, and 10th house. Where you see that hand of God, these are the houses Jupiter is aspecting and blessing. So first, Jupiter's grace hits your sixth house of daily work and health. So you can expect workplace friction dissolves and your daily energy level stabilizes. So it is the perfect time to win over rivals or finalize a successful health regime. Jupiter here gives you the upper hand in legal matters or workplace competition. So if someone has been trying to undermine you while Mars was hitting up your career house, Jupiter going direct exposes them now and protects your position. So it's a silent victory over those who opposes you. Secondly, Jupiter's seventh aspect is on the eighth house. Eighth house is house of secrets and settlement. So, looking directly at your eighth house, Jupiter brings a healing light to hidden matters. So, practically, this surfaces as a clearing of a long pending insurance claims, tax settlements, inheritance issue that have been causing you silent anxiety. Since Jupiter also rules your eighth house, so it is a homecoming aspect. So its direct motion helps settle messy financial situations as well. So if you were worried about a sudden expense or a secret coming out at work, Jupiter provides a graceful exit or a favorable settlement for you. Eighth house is also for longevity and vitality. So a deep sense of inner rejuvenation replaces the heavy stagnant energy from last few months. Eighth house is also for research and secrets. So if you have been searching for answers or investigating a complex problem, the missing piece is finally revealed to you. So this aspect also blesses you with good vidya, that is secret knowledge. So the classic suggests that it's time for siddha, that is achieving success in deep research, in astrology, in occult, or in any subject of your choice. Now, finally, Jupiter's strongest aspect is falling onto 10th house of career and creating a safety net. So it's a karmadhipati influence. Expect a green light from your superiors or a mentor stepping in to vouch for your reputation, turning your recent hard work into visible career progress. Now, Jupiter has been retrograde in the house of earned income, perhaps causing delays in payments or confusion about your worth. But on March 11th, the blockage in the cash flow dissolves. This is the moment when money stuck in the system finally hits your bank account. So, because it aspects your 10th house, is often a direct result of career milestone or a bonus finally being approved. On reputation also, we already spoke. Authority, superiors, mentors, they become supportive again. And 10th house is house of karma also. So your professional effort starts yielding high results with significantly less friction or a delay. And as per classic, it suggests Rajas Sanman. So honor from the authorities and Shubh Karma, virtuous actions are also on the cards. One special note from Astro Diva: Rahu is currently in Aquarius sign in 10th house. Rahu is foreign, Rahu is technology and in air sign. And Jupiter is also getting direct in air sign of Gemini, which represents communication media. Now, Jupiter aspecting Rahu also means expansion in the segment of communication media, technology, and foreign travel. So we all need to embrace this opportunity to get connected to these aspects of life until especially Jupiter goes out from Gemini to Cancer. So traveling, communicating, using social media, being active and expressive will benefit all of us somewhere. So Astro Diva advice is to open that social media account and get connected to the world. The second tip we want to share with you is Mercury is getting direct on 20th of March. Hence, signing new contracts or documents can be done after 20th, will be signed with more clarity or total clarity. New technology or digital system which are implemented in your workplace will be without bugs or glitches. Your speech and pitch to authority figures land perfectly at the first time only. Now let's look at the impact through the Jupiter's lordship. Jupiter is the lord for 8th and 11th house for Taurus ascendant. So as a lord of 8th obstacles and 11th of income, Jupiter directs turn means your bigger hurdles are now transforming into your biggest rewards. So, eighth house, we have already spoken. So, when eighth house turns direct, the malefications of the unknown is neutralized, and the classic test suggests Vigna Nasha, destruction of obstacle occurs. And Even the kutum friction, any hidden issue or secrets of the family that surfaced during the retrograde are now resolved through wise counsel and open communication. From the 11th house lord perspective, it brings the labh vriddhi, expansion of gains. Any income bonuses or professional fees that were promised since December finally manifest in your bank account. Also, it brings resolution to bhratri vivad, disputes with elder, friends, or brother. So the direct motion said to bring sahyog, cooperation. So those in network who were absent or unhelpful during the retrograde now step forward to support your financial or professional goals. Elder siblings and friends can come with a divine help. So to summarize for Taurus, these are the 10 things that can happen. Your stuck payments get released, your debt settlement can happen, your career gets the visibility, your health breakthrough is also there. A mysterious or chronic ailment finally receives the right diagnosis or a treatment plan that actually works. If you have pet at home, they also start doing well health wise and behavior wise. Insurance and tax wins are also there. Inheritance, joint assets, discussion regarding your family property and shared asset with your spouse become much more smoother and more profitable. Social circle filter is there, so you stop wasting money on superficial friends and start connecting with high value mentors who help you grow. There's a workplace victory also there. Resume gets noticed and you get a job offer. Reputation also improves. Your voice gains authority. Your speech regains power. So many things. And this is a rare alignment, Taurus. Having the 11th Lord direct in the second house is a classical Dhan Yog, wealth Yog trigger. So the text implies that this is a period where you don't make money, just don't make money, but actually keep it. So, wow, Taurus, hope you make a note and make use of the things that are going to go in your favor and start working in the right direction. So, best wishes to all of you. Let's move to the next ascendant.
A very auspicious transit for Taurus rising. So now let's move to the Gemini. So for Gemini rising sign, Jupiter is your seventh house lord and the 10th house lord. See, this makes Jupiter Kendra lord. It is carrying the responsibility of your professional reputation and your primary relationship. So it is very important planet for you, Geminis. And moreover, Jupiter is sitting on your in your lagna in the first house, and it is getting direct there only. And what will it do sitting over there and getting direct? It is going to expand your personality, your wisdom, your physical presence. Everyone will be able to notice you now. So even if there was any kind of mental clarity that was lacking, Jupiter direct act as a mental reset there. You will suddenly see the path forward. If I talk about like any kind of health issues that you were facing in the past, if you were dealing with some kind of like low stamina, so this transit is very helpful for you. Gemini rising, it will you will feel boost in your energy now. Your vibe will become more magnetic and trustworthy. People in your professional life as well as in your personal life, they have started looking towards you for your guidance. You are acting as a guru for them now because Jupiter is a guru itself, right? Now you will be feeling very optimistic. You'll start acting like leader of your own life. This is very good uh, transit for you, I must say. Now, let's just talk about the Jupiter aspects. So, Jupiter is having three aspects. One is the fifth aspect, the seventh aspect, as well as the ninth aspect. So, sitting in your Lagna, the fifth aspect will fall on your house of creativity and romance and the house of children that we call. So it acts as a divine spark of intelligence, the buddhi. It is making an excellent time for the student to excel in exams, for the creative professionals to launch a new masterpiece. So it's good time. Take advantage of this. If I talk about the seventh aspect, that is on the seventh house where the Sagittarius sign is falling, and it's the sign of Jupiter itself. So what will happen when Jupiter is aspecting its own sign? So it will stabilize your marriage or business union. The seventh house is the house how that indicates how world sees you. So with Jupiter direct aspect, your reputation improves now. People will see you as more trustworthy, knowledgeable, and professional this time. So, all the best for that, Gemini rising. I think it's good for each and every ascendant. Jupiter is such a beneficial planet. The ninth aspect is falling on the ninth house where the Rahu is sitting, and it will be there by the end of this year. And one more important thing is Rahu is sitting in its own house, the Aquarius. So, sitting in its own house, you will feel like it is making you feel spiritually restless, skeptical of traditional path. When Jupiter is getting direct in your first house, it casts that powerful ninth aspect on Rahu, and it will act as your spiritual anchor now. This particular drishti, this is one of the this is known as the nectar drishti, I can say. It clears the mental fog that Rahu has built around your belief system and the destiny. It will help you find a meaningful direction now. So long journeys are possible this time, and it will be beneficial, it will be fruitful if you are doing any kind of long going on any long journey. If there was a tension between your father or teachers due to Rahu rebellious nature, Jupiter direct will help you to heal that relationship. It is very important to be in good terms with your father as well as your mentor. And it brings the guru into your life. Actually, now this guru, like the guru, whatever advice they are giving you, or if you find guru now, that will be the most righteous thing that will happen to you this time. If if you want to do any kind of higher learning, this is the auspicious time for that as well. Now the tip for you I want to give is launch your personal brand this time, because Jupiter is sitting in your lagna, it's you. Okay, you are your magnetism at all time high. Stop any kind of overthinking and let the world see a new you. All the best, Geminis. Let's talk about the next rising sign.
Yeah, welcome to all the Cancer rising. Cancer, the weight is finally lifting. Your sign lord, best friend Jupiter, is ending its retrograde and speeding towards its exaltation. So consider this as the grand cleanup phase where Jupiter uses its full power to settle your debts and clear your headspace before it arrives to bless you personally in June. Jupiter will get exalted in Cancer in June, and it will be coming into your first house. So let's look at the Bhavfal first, the placement benefit. So currently Jupiter is in your 12th house for Cancer. Jupiter direct in your 12th house, your mind finally find peace, because Jupiter is your ninth lord of fortune as well. Its direct motion in your 12th house of foreign land and faraway places is a classic indicator of success abroad. Classics also says that this transit give Deshantara Gamana, that is success in the foreign land. Stalled visas or foreign projects move from pending to approved. The classic also says that when Jupiter direct, it creates a Shubhavaya to Shubhavaya. So 12th house is the house of loss and expenditure. The retrograde Jupiter here can cause a cosmic vaya, sudden wasteful expenses. Its direct motion now transform this into Shubh vaya, that is spending money on virtuous acts, charities, pilgrimage, or long-term investment, even foreign travel, investing money into your future or spiritual growth. So even though Jupiter is in Dushtana 12th house, its direct motion ensures that grace protects you from major losses. Another benefit from the classic we can quote here is the 12th house rules your Shayana Sthana, that is bed and sleep, and the subconscious mind as well. So Jupiter direct destroys agyan, ignorance and confusion, and bhaya, the fear. So if you have had disturbed sleep or vichitra swapna, strange dreams, a sense of calm and clarity will return now. So drop us a line, Cancerians, if you had disturbed sleep pattern for now, and note that this will improve from 11th of March. Now let's look at the Drishti Phala, the benefits from the aspect. Now, if you take a look at the screen, Jupiter is placed in your 12th house and aspecting 4th, 6th, and 8th house. So, where you see the hand of God, these are the houses Jupiter is aspecting and blessing. So, the very first blessing is on the 4th house, and which gives you emotional security. So, as per the classic, it brings Matru Sukh, happiness from mother. Bhumayadi Labh, that is gains from land and property. Hridaya Shanti, peace of heart. So fourth house is your Sukhasthana. So it removes your manasik tap and mental agony to a feeling of vistara, that is expansion and relaxation. So you feel at home in your own skin and domestic peace is felt. There is also Vahana Sukha, that is comfort of vehicle. So this is an auspicious window to buy a car or any mode of transport or any home appliances. The direct motion ensures that the vehicle brings joy rather than constant repairs. So one tip is here that wait until March 20th. Once Mercury also goes direct, signing document or any paper becomes error free. Now, secondly, Jupiter is aspecting the sixth house, bringing victory over chaos. Now, looking at the sixth house, Jupiter brings order to your daily life, your workplace friction, and your health issues. So, especially those related to digestion or nerves begin to respond to treatment. So, this is a perfect window to settle dispute or clear minor debts that were hovering over you since December. And as per the classic, this brings Shatru Nash, that is destruction of enemies. So the classic suggests that rivals go into retreat. So you don't have to win the battle simply ends. So this is a good one for you. This is Jupiter's strongest aspect, hitting the 8th house of transformation. So expect hidden luck to surface, such as spouse pays hike, an insurance payout, or a tax refund. More importantly, your intuition becomes razor sharp, helping you to solve deep problems that felt like dead ends during the retrograde. There is an impact on joint assets. So stalled discussions regarding shared finances with a spouse or business partner finally reaches a fair agreement. Blocked money from insurance will come to you. There is a win over anxiety and fear. The heavy mental weight of the last few months lifts and replaced with a sense of psychological empowerment. And if you are in a research, this is good for you. Research and intuition, your ability to see under the surface peaks, helping you solve a complex problem that was previously a dead end. So, as per the classic, this is an aspect of Ayush, longevity, and good Vidya, secret knowledge. So, the classic suggests this is the time for Siddha, achieving success in deep research, astrology, occult, or settling your inheritance tax matters. So, if you feel energetic and in control of your time and destiny. So many benefits from this aspect. Now, let's look at the lordship benefit also. Jupiter rules your sixth and ninth house for you, Cancer. So, as a lord of sixth and ninth, Jupiter turn means your hard work finally meets opportunity. The phase of dealing with daily grind and delays is over. It brings support from mentor, father, and divine timing is back into your life. When the sixth lord turns direct in the 12th, it creates a specific energy where obstacles are dissolved. We call it Viprit Rajyog. And as per the classic, it gives Shatru Nash, destruction of enemy. And from ninth Lord perspective, the classic says there will be dharmic spending. Money will be spent on rituals, elders, and spiritual causes. There will be improvement in Vichar Shakti. Your power of discrimination returns. You stop making impulsive emotional decision. And there is a Pitra Ashirvad. That is the ninth Lord. The direct motion brings back the blessings from ancestor, from your father, and anyone's supporting like a father figure or a mentor. Now, one special note from Astro Diva, Rahu is currently in Aquarius sign, which is a air sign. Rahu is foreign, Rahu is technology, and Jupiter is also getting direct in air sign Gemini, which is again represents communication media. So Jupiter is aspecting Rahu, means expansion in the segment of communication media, technology, and foreign travel. So we all need to embrace this opportunity and get connected to these aspects of life, at least until Jupiter is in Gemini. So, traveling and communicating, use of social media, being active and expressive will benefit all of us somewhere. So, Astro Diva advises to get socially connected to the world either through communication, technology, some social media, or through travel. So, just to summarize, Cancer rising, financial leakage will stop from your 12th house. Restful sleep returns. Foreign projects move forward. Emotional security at home is there. Lingering domestic tension, stuck home repairs finally resolves. Real estate clarity is there. So if you have been looking to buy, sell, or rent property, the right ideal or necessary paperwork now will happen. Workplace efficiency improves, health breakthrough happens, sixth house aspect, digestive and inflammatory issue begins to respond to better treatment or to your daily routine. Pets at home also shows improvement at their behavior and habits. Hidden luck surfaces, 8th house aspect. So expect sudden positive news, especially regarding your spouse income. Resolution of debts, disputes can also happen from the 6th and 8th house aspect. And support from mentors from the ninth lord influence will happen. So support from your father, teachers, uh, will be there. So, wow, Cancer, hope you make note and make use of the things going into your favor and start working in the right direction, and wishing you all the best.
So before moving forward, before we talk about the Leo rising sign, we have an announcement to make here. See, if you are stuck in your life anywhere, and if you need any kind of guidance and you want to get your charts read by us, so you can use our services right now. We have opened some of the slots for uh, our viewers and the non-viewers as well. You can book an appointment on the numbers given below on the screen, on or you can email us directly on the email ID given there. We will be happy to help you in any of the issues that is going on in your life, whether it is a love life, any issues in your career and growth, or any kind of guidance you need from our end astrologically. We are ready to help you. So with this, let's move to the next sign now. Hello, my all Leo rising natives. For you, Jupiter is turning direct on March 11th, and it is the lord of fifth house as well as the eighth house in your chart. So it gives the Jupiter a role of bringing both creativity, like creative joy, and the wisdom to handle sudden changes or inheritance. And right now, if you have seen, the Jupiter is sitting in which house? The Jupiter is sitting in your house of gains, the 11th house. So when Jupiter is getting direct there, if any payment stuck or if there was any kind of hold, now you can see that after March 11th, there will be a cash flow resume for you. And because this is the house of networking also, you will find people who you meet now, they are not just the casual friends, they are gains themselves. They are the people who offer you opportunity, who offer you growth. So this is very beneficial for period for you. Then the 11th house is also the house of desire, fulfillment of desires. So Jupiter getting direct, it will give you blessing to finally achieve major goal if you have been working, towards anything in during the last year. Now let's talk about the aspects. So Jupiter is having three aspects, right? One is the fifth aspect, the seventh aspect, and the third one is the ninth aspect. So fifth aspect is falling on the third house where the Libra sign falls. This particular aspect, this glance, it falls on the house of courage, the house of your skills. So it refines your communication style because it is the house of communication as well. It is making you diplomatic and persuasive. It will help you to negotiate, perfectly in any kind of deals or any relationships. If you were having any kind of issues with your neighbors or with your siblings, now all those things are going to resolve with Jupiter direct. Then the next aspect is on your seventh house, which is Jupiter's own house, where the Sagittarius sign is falling. That is the fifth house for you. So, fifth house is the house of creativity, as we all know. It is the house of speculative gains, and most importantly, because it's own house of Jupiter. So, see, when any planet is aspecting its own house, it will protect that house. Whatever may happen, it will protect that house. Okay. So if you have been feeling blocked, or any ideas were not coming in your mind regarding anything, any kind of creative ideas, I mean to say, so this aspect is a green light for you. Your intelligence becomes sharp now. Any you will start getting some ideas regarding startups, or if you are in a field of creativity like art and craft or something like that, you will be able to move forward with your new ideas this time. Then this is also the house of speculative gains. So since Jupiter is sitting, see how very beautiful connection it is making. 11th
Yeah.
house is the house of gains, and the 5th house is the house of speculative gains. So when it is sitting in the 11th house, it is for the aspect is falling on the 5th house of speculation. So this is an excellent time for you. You can take calculative risks this time. And also this is the house of your children. For those who are having children, if there is any kind of misunderstanding, that will dissolve. You will become a source of, you will find them that they have become a source of great pride, and they are your happiness now. They will make you feel proud in one way or another. The next aspect is the ninth aspect, which is falling on the seventh house where the Aquarius sign is sitting. So Rahu here creates a hunger for unconventional relationship. It can make a person feel obsessed with finding a perfect partner, like celebrity like partner. Perfect is nothing. So it often leads to any kind of illusion or trust issues, or there may be sudden misunderstandings in business, because this is the house of business also, in business and in marriage. So in Aquarius, this Rahu is highly intelligent. Just keep a note of it, because it's the Rahu's own house. But it can detach, or it can be detached there, and it can be highly unpredictable as well. But because Jupiter is getting direct, it will act as a divine filter. It helps you to see your partner, who they truly are, as well as your business partner. So if Rahu is creating any kind of smoke sitting there, now all those false expectation, all that thing, all that fog, that will move away. And if there were any kind of business deals, those were shaky, those were full of hidden terms, Jupiter gaze will bring transparency to that. And if you feel that you find yourself, you will feel that you are becoming more ethical. And this time, these contracts that you will sign now, obviously because Jupiter is putting a gaze on that particular house, those agreements will be long lasting. So Jupiter will ensure that the partnership actually leads to a stable financial gain this time. And one tip I want to give you is collaborate for profit. And Jupiter is blessing your 11th house of gains. So look for a partner or a mentor who help you scale your current project. Now let's move. All the best to Leo rising sign. And now let's move to the next rising sign.
Welcome to all the Virgo rising. So, Virgo, the great benefic is finally moving forward. Jupiter is ending its retrograde and gaining speed towards its exaltation. This is a massive shift for you, as Jupiter now uses its full power to clear the professional and personal blocks that have hindered your growth over the past few months. Now, let's look at the Bhavfal first, the benefit from its placement. Jupiter is placed in your 10th house. The placement will give you benefits such as career, your reputation, authority, and overall action. So, on career projects that were stuck in review or revision since December finally gets the approval and move forward. On reputation, public recognition returns. So, if your image was unfairly questioned during the retrograde, your integrity is now restored. On authority, superiors and mentors become supportive again, offering the guidance on endorsement that you have been lacking. 10th house is also your house of karma, the action. So your professional effort starts yielding high quality results with significantly less friction or delay. As per the classic, it's a Dvaya Adhipati yoga, that is Lord of two Kendras. Jupiter is your fourth and seventh Lord. Getting direct in 10th house means it creates a bridge between your support system and your success. So, your spouse or business partner and your family from fourth now actively contribute to your career growth, and rather than being a source of distraction or worry. So this sums up a beautiful bhavfal of the placement benefit for your Virgo. Now let's look at the aspect Drishtifal now. So if you look at the screen, Jupiter is placed in your 10th house, aspecting second, fourth, and sixth house. Where you see the hand of God, these are the houses Jupiter is aspecting and blessing. So the first aspect is on the second house, which will give you financial growth. Jupiter's grace now hits your second house of wealth and family. So on wealth, saving begins to stabilize, and blocked income or stagnant bank balance starts to see a steady growth. So, as per the classic, this is cited as a dhana vriddhi, increase of wealth. So, it suggests that your career action, your karma, now directly feeds to your treasury, your kosh. And on family, tensions with immediate family members dissolves, replaced by a more supportive and harmonious atmosphere at home. On speech, your communication becomes more persuasive and heavy with wisdom, making you highly effective in negotiation. On self worth, you stop second guessing yourself, your values, and start feeling a grounded confidence in your skills and assets. Second aspect of Jupiter will be on your fourth house, bringing domestic peace. So, looking directly at the fourth house, Jupiter brings a healing light to your home and inner state. Practically, this serves as a resolution of property disputes, successful home renovation, or simply a deep sense of emotional security that has been missing since December 25. And as per the classic, it will give you Matru Sukh, happiness from mother, Bhumi Adi Labh, that is gain of land and property. But the tip is wait for March 20th for Mercury to go direct. The third one it will give is Hridaya Shanti, peace of the heart. Fourth house is your Sukhastan. It removes Manasik Tapa, mental agony, to a feeling of Vistara, the expansion and relaxation. So you feel at home in your own skin. And there is a Vahan Sukha, that is comfort from the vehicle. This is an auspicious window to buy a car or any mode of transport, even home appliances. The direct motion ensures that the vehicle brings joy rather than a constant repair. Jupiter's third aspect is on the sixth house, which brings victory over hurdle. Now, this is the strongest aspect, the Amrit Drishti, hitting the sixth house of daily work and health. So, on health, any chronic inflammatory or digestive issues start responding better to the treatment and lifestyle changes. Health of pets at home also improves. Daily routine, you find a discipline to organize your schedule, turning chaotic work day into efficient, productive sessions. On rivals and deaths, you gain the upper hand in legal dispute or workplace competition and find clear ways to settle outstanding loans. On service, your relationship with colleagues or subordinates improves, making your work environment feel like a team effort. And as per the classic, this is the aspect of Shatru Jaya, victory over enemy. So the classic implies that any workplace rivals or health ailment are subdued by your professional excellence or your daily routine. The classic suggests that rivals go into retreat. You don't have to win the battle simply ends. After the aspect benefit, let's look at the Jupiter lordship. Jupiter is the lord of fourth and seventh for Virgo. So, as the lord of fourth and seventh, Jupiter turn means your relationships are better, your business contract are signed, and your marriage partnership talks that are going in circles finally reach a solid auspicious conclusion. The fourth lord perspective gives inner peace and kutumba sukha that we have already spoke about. And on the seventh house aspect, lordship, sorry, the seventh lord rules samyog, that is union and contracts. So there is a siddhi, success in the agreement. So if you have been waiting to sign partnership deal or marriage contract or a business agreement since December 25, the classic suggests the divine signature is now granted. But we would still advise you to wait till March 20th, when Mercury also turns direct to sign any new deal, and you will have a error-free signing. Secondly, there is a Vak Siddhi in a business. So your ability to negotiate and close deals become exceptionally sharp, as Jupiter also expecting second house of speech. Now on this, we have a special note from Astro Diva. So Rahu is currently in Aquarius air sign. Rahu is foreign. Rahu is technology, and Jupiter is also getting direct in air sign Gemini, which is representation of communication media. So Jupiter aspecting Rahu means expansion in the segment of communication media, technology, and foreign travel. So we all need to embrace this opportunity and get connected to these aspects in life, at least until Jupiter is in Gemini till June 2026. So travel and communicate, make best use of technology and social media. Being active and expressive will also benefit all of us somewhere. So Astro Diva's advice is get socially connected to the world either through communication, tech, social media, or through travel. Now, summarizing the benefit for you, Virgo, there is a job confirmation, you can get a new job offer, or there can be a promotion. There is a reputation restoration, the bank balance also grows. There is a property resolution, any signing of lease agreement, property sale document will come to an order. There is a debt reduction, There is a legal victory, a favorable turn in workplace related dispute or court cases. There is a harmonious home. There is a weight loss and vitality. So successful implementation of health regime that actually shows result. So your health also improves. Pets at home also improve on health and habits. Partner support is there. Your spouse or business partner receives their own piece of good news and also supports you. Now public speaking success is also there. uh, so, to all the logical Virgos out there, hope you make note and make use of the things going into your favor and start working in the right direction. Wishing you all the best. And with this, let's move to the next Lagna.
Hello, Libra rising. For you, let's just talk about the Jupiter getting direct. And first of all, we will discuss which lordship Jupiter is having in your chart. So, Jupiter owns third house, which is the house of efforts, communication, speech, communication, and your neighbors, your siblings, and short distance. And if I talk about the sixth house, the another house is the sixth house that Jupiter owns. It's obstacle, your health, your daily routine, your pets, the service. So, although these two are traditionally difficult houses when we talk about third and sixth house in Vedic astrology, but Jupiter uses its energy to give you the wisdom to overcome the enemies, and it will give you the courage to work hard. So, in this way, Jupiter is benefiting these houses, the significators of this house, to help you. So, now let's talk about the where the Jupiter is sitting, about that particular house. Jupiter is sitting in the ninth house in Gemini sign. So when ninth house is the house, it's the most beneficial house for the Jupiter placement. So it is the house of luck, it is the house of fortune, it is the house of foreign travel, house of long journeys. So luck is restored. If you felt that things were almost happening, but those were delayed at the last moment, so now is the time when Jupiter is getting direct, it will ensure that yes will come. Yes will come now in all those matters. Okay, but this is the best time if you are involved in any kind of visas, PR, or any court cases, matter those were stuck in paperwork, they will suddenly move forward. So your luck is getting enhanced now. And if I talk about relationship with father and the mentors, that will also improve. And students or the researchers, you will be, it's much easier time for you. You will be able to put focus on the complex subject, and you will be able to pass the competitive exams. So now let's just discuss the aspects of Jupiter. So there are three aspects of Jupiter: fifth aspect, seventh aspect, and ninth aspect. So if we talk about the fifth aspect, that falls on the first house where the Libra is sign is placed, the ascendant. So this is very protective aspect, the fifth aspect of Jupiter. It is protective for your physical body and your mind because it's you, and it brings some sense of calm and satatva, the purity into your personality. It is helping you make better decisions, because when Jupiter is aspecting the first house, means half of your life problems are resolved, and it is sitting in the ninth house. It's very auspicious. So your charisma, your vitality, people can see, that you are a wise person. If I talk about the seventh aspect, that is falling on the third house where Sagittarius sign is falling. So Jupiter look at its own house. This is the house of self effort. This is the house of the initiative, siblings, your community, even with the people who with whom you work daily. They can also be seen from there. So, if you are trying to learn any new technical skills, or you want to start any digital project like a YouTube channel or a podcast where you were felt stuck earlier, you will be able to, move forward with those projects now. Your speech will become more influential. And the third house is all about the inner drive. So Jupiter gaze removes all anxiety that was there before, and if there was any kind of hesitation, now Jupiter is acting as your spiritual backbone. Remember that. You can take calculated risks regarding that particular house. So any misunderstanding with your younger siblings or any immediate community, that will begin to resolve with your wise communication. And if your work involve a lot of short travels or meetings, like you are in marketing kind of a job, that will become much more productive now. So this is very auspicious for you. If I talk about the ninth aspect of the Jupiter, it is falling in the fifth house, where the Aquarius sign is falling. And Rahu is sitting over there by the end of this year. And it is creative, obsessive mental energy. It will lead to smoke. Rahu is a smoke. So smoke is there in your creative project, in speculative investments, or even in the relationship with your children. So, however, with Jupiter moving direct in the ninth house, it is the most auspicious aspect that falls directly on Rahu, and it is acting as a wisdom filter. So if you find if you like, you will find clarity in decision making. If you were overthinking, you were feeling clouded regarding your creative direction, Jupiter will clear that fog for you. It turns the Rahu, genius. Rahu is genius, but it is chaotic also, so it turns that thing into something practical that can actually work in real world. And for those who are having children, this is the protective aspect. So Rahu style of misunderstanding that was there, that was bringing some kind of chaos, now it will bring a guru like wisdom to your children. So with your children, like, they will find you, there is a guru teacher kind of relationship between you and your children. So one tip I want to give you, my Libra rising natives: trust your intuition, because Jupiter in the ninth house of luck, it's clearing your path. So if you feel the creative project is right, it is right. Go for it. Universe is backing you up. Let's discuss the next sign.
So, welcome to all the Scorpio rising. Scorpio, the cosmic winds are changing. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and grace, is finally yielding its retrograde and gaining speed towards its exaltation. For you, this is a massive activation phase as a great benefic moves into full power to clear the mental and financial blocks that have held you since December 2025. Let's look at the Bhav Phala first. The benefit where Jupiter is placed, let's look at what will turn for you. So, the first one we can talk about is the joint assets. Let's look at the Bhavaphala first, the benefits from its placement. So Jupiter is placed in your eighth house and going direct will end the anxiety. The heavy and stagnant energy surrounding your deep fears and transformation finally lifts. Your transition happens from feeling under pressure to feeling empowered. If you talk about joint asset, the stalled discussion regarding shared finance with a spouse or business partner will finally reach a fair agreement. On blocked money, your insurance, tax, funds, refunds, or in your inheritance finally surfaces and moves forward to your bank account. On anxiety and fear, the heavy mental weight from the last few months lifts, replaced by a sense of physiological and physical empowerment. For the people who are in research, this is a good time for them. So, on research and intuition, your ability to see under the surface peaks, helping you solve a complex problem that was previously had a dead end. As per the classic, a retrograde Jupiter in 8th can cause kutila, crooked, or reoccurring anxiety. And when it turns Riju direct, it acts as a Jyotir Bindu, a point of light in the darkness. The classic also suggests a moksha from silent suffering. So, any deep seated fears or health issues that were looping since last year, December, suddenly find a logical cure and a mental breakthrough. Jupiter is your Dhanadipati, your second house lord of wealth, and in the eighth house, it rules over other people, money. So you can gain a cosmic dhan, that is sudden unearned wealth from various resources. It can also give you good vidya, siddhi, that is success in occult, astrology, deep research. The eighth house is the house of secrets and the unseen. So for an astrologer or a researcher, a direct Jupiter here is highly auspicious. It grants pratibha, intuitive flash. So your intuition becomes a reliable tool rather than the source of confusion. So thanks to Jupiter for so many relief which is bringing for you, Scorpion. Now let's look at the aspects benefit, the Drishti Phala. So if you look at the screen right now, Jupiter is placed in your 8th house and aspecting 12th, 2nd and 4th house. Where you see the hand of God, these are the houses Jupiter is aspecting and blessing. So Jupiter First aspect on the 12th house, the spiritual peace and sleep. 12th house is the house of spiritual peace and sleep, and also subconsciousness and expenses. So on sleep and dream, restless nights ends, your dreams become more peaceful and provide clear guidance for your future. As per the classic, if you have been battling fear or nidra bhang, broken sleep during the retrograde, this aspect acts now like a guardian angel. So it provides protective shield over your subconsciousness. On expenses, the drain on your wallet for unplanned or hidden cost finally stabilizes, allowing you to save again. On the foreign links, if you have been struggling with foreign visas or international projects, the paperwork begins to move. On spirituality, you move from feeling spiritually lost to finding deep practical wisdom in your meditation or quiet time. And as per the classic, the 12th house is Vay, a house of loss, expenditure, and Jupiter's fifth gaze here is set to transfer Ashur Vay to the dharmic way. So, investment from unfortunate losses to investment in wisdom or in your future. And any hidden enemies or secret worries that were draining your energy since December are neutralized now. So, you move from wasting energy to investing. These are so many benefits from this aspect. Now, Jupiter is also aspecting your second house of wealth and speech. This is a healing light for your liquid assets and family life. On wealth, your liquid assets begins to grow as stagnant income sources are revitalized. On speech, your words carry more weight and wisdom. You become highly effective at convincing others of your value. On family, long-standing family dispute or misunderstanding dissolves, bringing more supportive vibe to your home. On self-worth, you stop measuring your value by your struggles and start recognizing that your inherent worth and talents. The classic often link Jupiter's aspect on second to the acquisition of gold or ornaments. So impact on your wealth acquisition in a positive way. The Kosh Vriddhi, so the growth of assets can happen here. Jupiter now also aspects your fourth house, domestic bliss. Now this is your strongest aspect, the Amrit Drishti, hitting your fourth house of home and inner peace. So on home and property, the green light arrives for buying, selling, renovating your home deals finally go through. The inner peace is there, so you feel deep sense of home within yourself and ending a period of emotional restlessness. Classic says it has a hriday shanti, peace of heart. So fourth house is your sukha sthana. It removes mansik tapas, that is your mental agony, to feeling of vistara, which is expansion and relaxation. So you feel at home in your own skin again. There is a matrusuk, your relationship your mother heals, or a health sees a sudden positive turn for your mother. On vehicles, if you have been planning to upgrade your car on transport or any home appliances, the path clears to make that purchase. But we would still say wait until March 20th for Mercury also to go direct for a smooth documentation or deals. Now, after this beautiful benefits, let's also look at the lordship of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is lord for second and fifth house. As the lord of second wealth and fifth creativity and children, the confusion phase regarding your investment, creative projects, children's, the matters ends. So, bringing clarity to your financial strategy and joy to your personal life. We have already spoken about the second house and all the benefits, especially about your wealth that stabilizes. And on the fifth lord, creative blocks disappear. So if you have children, their lives also move forward with more ease. And if you're investing, your speculative luck begins to return. So protection from santan, the progeny, and buddhi, intelligence, everything is on the card. With the fifth lord in the retrograde in the eighth, there can be chinta, worry earlier regarding children or a stalling of creative project. Now everything ends now. So on a special note from Astro Diva, Rahu is currently in Aquarius sign, air sign. Rahu is foreign, Rahu is technology. Jupiter is also in now currently getting direct in your air sign Gemini, which represents communication media. So Jupiter aspecting Rahu means expansion in this segment of communication, media, technology, and foreign travel. So we all need to embrace this opportunity and get connected to these aspects of life, at least until Jupiter is in Gemini sign. So travel and communicate, make best use of technology and social media. Being active and expressive will benefit all of us somewhere. So Astro Diva advises to get socially connected to the world either through communication, tech, social media, or through travel. Now, just summarizing the results for your Scorpio rising, the tax insurance clearance is on the card. The sudden gains are all the card. End of insomnia is also there. Property finalization can happen. Your voice gains the authority. Investments also grows. There is a spousal progress. Your partner receives good news regarding their career or finances, and which in turn is good for you. Inner rebirth can happen. So because it's connected to the eighth house, a feeling that the worst is over and you're stepping into a new version of yourself. Healing of fears will happen from the 12th house. Debts restructure will happen. So you'll find a smarter, easier way to manage or to pay off your loan. Your pets will also do well. Intuitive mastery is there. So a sharp increase in your ability to predict or to analyze hidden trends will happen. And healing of phobias will happen from 12th. A hidden internal shift where a long standing fear simply disappears. So, to all the intense scorpions, hope you make a note and make use of the things going into your favor and start working in the right direction. Wishing you all the very best.
So, before moving forward, just want to make one announcement. Whether you are launching a new startup or seeking clarity on your professional path, we are here to provide you personalized astrological guidance. So you can book a deep dive consultation with us by sending us an email on the ID given below, and let's work together to decode your destiny and unlock your highest potential. We will look forward to connect with you. Let's just talk about the next rising sign, that is Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, first of all, we will discuss where Jupiter is sitting right now and what are the lordships Jupiter is having in your chart. So, first of all, Jupiter is the lord of your first house, and it is the lord of your fourth house, your which represents your mother, your home, and first house is you yourself. This means Jupiter is you, and your movement directly dictates your personal health, your happiness, and your domestic peace. And where is Jupiter sitting right now? It is sitting in the seventh house where Gemini is placed. So Jupiter is direct in the house of other partnership house. So this forward motion it clears the confusion, uh, kind of confusion energy that was there, that was plagued your partnership and business contract for month. So if there was any kind of misunderstanding or there was a feeling of distance in your marriage or close partnership, the Jupiter direct it will bring a bridge of communication back. So it's a good news for you, and this is perfect time for new contracts also. And seventh house is how the world sees you, as your ruler. It moves direct, your public image becomes more like a guru, and it is you are respectful, you are influential now. If you have been involved in any kind of litigation or any partnership dispute, Jupiter forward motion it provides a legal clarity for you this time. Now let's just discuss about about the aspect of Jupiter after speaking about their lordship and where it is sitting. So fifth aspect is on the 11th house. Seventh aspect is on the first house, its own sign, and the ninth aspect is on the third house. So Jupiter is having these three aspects. So if I talk about the fifth aspect of Jupiter, this hits the house of your gains and desires, the 11th house, where Libra sign is falling. Since your Lagna Lord, the Jupiter, this glance is like you reaching out and grabbing the rewards that you were deserving. It leads to sudden increase in the income and fulfillment of long-term wish. And if I talk about the seventh aspect, where the Jupiter is aspecting its own sign, the first house, the Lagna. So Jupiter look directly back at it at its ascendant, at on its own sign. This is the ultimate blessing. If you have been feeling invisible or ignored, Jupiter aspect will put direct spotlight back on you. And you will regain the authority. You will gain the leadership qualities, and any stress or exhaustion you have been carrying, it is being lifted now. And the seventh aspect from the house of partnership means that your interaction with other that will reflect your own wisdom. So you stop reacting to others and you will start leading them actually. Sagittarius sign, actually it's a optimistic sign. It is the sign of hope. So Jupiter direct and looking at you, It is a natural fire. The positivity is returning back in your life. It is making you feel yourself again. So now just let's talk about the ninth aspect. The ninth aspect is on the third house where Aquarius sign is there. And Rahu is also there sitting by the end of this year. So your Lagna Lord, Jupiter, it now casts a sacred, ninth aspect directly onto this Rahu. It was like a divine anchor on the house of your efforts. So Rahu on the in the third house, although Rahu in the third house is good, but because it wants to make you rush and it wants to take you shortcuts in the business. But Jupiter aspect here, when it adds uh, when we add the when we add the aspect on the third house, the Jupiter aspect, the ninth aspect, it is it is the aspect that provides you the patience, the strategy, and good communication that will be beneficial and effective in your professional life. So this is that good time where the Rahu is being controlled by Jupiter now after Jupiter is getting direct. If Rahu has caused any kind of misunderstanding with your neighbor or sibling, the Jupiter will be able to help you in making resolution in that area. Like it will resolve the issues, any kind of issues that were going on with your siblings, and also you will be able to make short distance travel. So the tip I want to give you is expand your reach. Your ruler is finally moving forward in your seventh house. So this is the perfect time to sign any kind of contract and any long-term professional agreements. All the best, Sagittarians, to you. Let's move to the next sign.
Welcome to all the Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn, the pressure is finally easing. Jupiter, your planet of wisdom and effort, is ending its retrograde and gaining speed towards its exaltation. For you, this is a major rebalancing phase as a great benefic moves into full power to clear the obstacles in your daily life and partnership that have felt like an uphill battle since late 2025. So let's look at the Bhavfal first, wherever Jupiter is placed. So currently Jupiter is there in the sixth house and Jupiter is getting direct. Now, this will bring victory over hurdles. The classical interpretation of Jupiter turning direct is centered on the concept of Shatru Jaya, the victory over enemies, and Karya Siddhi, the success in your endeavors. So, the workplace friction with colleagues or subordinates dissolves, turning a stressful environment into a supportive one. So, you move from defending your position to winning the ground. The classical also suggests rival lose their sting. So, practically any workplace friction or bureaucratic hurdles that have been draining your energy since December move towards a final favorable resolution for you. On health perspective, chronic issues, particularly related to your digestion or liver, start responding to the new treatment or your daily habits. As per classics, a retrograde Jupiter in sixth can cause Gupta Rog, hidden ailments, or reoccurring legal annoyances. But when it's Riju direct, the Jupiter provides the wisdom to settle debts and resolve disputes and improve health. On debts, also, you find a specific strategy or extra income needed to start paying off your loans or credit liabilities. Pets at home, their habits and their health also improves. So many things from the placement itself. Now let's look at the benefits from the Drishti Phal, the aspects. So if you look at the screen right now, Jupiter is placed in your sixth house and aspecting 10th, 12th, and second house, where you see the hand of God. These are the houses Jupiter is aspecting and blessing. Now, Jupiter aspects the 10th house that brings profession and recognition. So, the first one we can look at is on the career house. On career projects that were stuck in corporate limbo since December finally get a green light for execution. As per the classic, this is cited as Rajya Labh, gain from state authority because the aspect comes from the house of service, sixth house. So it specially favors professional growth through hard work and problem solving. On status, your reputation is enhanced as mentors or superiors publicly acknowledge your specialized expertise. The aspect often brings the formalization or a title role you have been already been performing, or a new job offer letter can also come. On leadership, you find it easier to command respect and lead team without the pushback. On the 10th house is also the house of karma, your actions, so your professional efforts starts yielding high quality results with significantly less friction or delay. Next, Jupiter is looking directly at the 12th house. That brings clarity, light to your hidden expenses and your subconscious stress. On expenses, mystery drain. On your finance stops. Unplanned costs that were bleeding your savings finally stabilizes. Your sleep, your mental overdrive at night eases, allowing for restorative sleep and calmer subconscious mind. Foreign travel is also on the card. So stalled visas or international business deals move forward. So from pending to active status. And on isolation, if you have felt lonely or misunderstood, you find comfort in your own company or a breakthrough in therapy or meditation. Jupiter's ninth aspect is on the second house, which gives wealth expansion. Now, this is the strongest aspect, the Amrit Drishti hitting your second house of liquid assets and family. So, on savings, your liquid wealth begins to grow again as block payment of family inheritance are released. The classic often link Jupiter in second Drishti to the acquisition of gold ornaments, impacts your wealth acquisition in a positive way. So, this is a Kosh Vriddhi, growth of treasury. Speech also, your words carry the weight of experience and wisdom, making you highly effective in financial negotiation. On family, long standing family dispute regarding assets or traditions move forward to a peaceful, logical resolution. The self worth, you move from survival mode to the value mode, finally realizing true worth of your own skills. So many benefits from the aspects. Now, let's also look at the lordship of Jupiter. As your third lord and 12th lord, Jupiter turn means your effort finally yields a return instead of just draining you. The phase of doubting your skills or wasting energy ends, where your initiatives lead to tangible gains and travel plans finally materializes. The third lord, which is a house of effort, so how does it impact? Your courage returns. Your initiatives you take after March 11th onwards actually stick and yield results. So as per the classic, it is bahu virya, courage, great courage or effort yoke. So in modern day connection to the third house, which means your communication, branding, small scale projects regain momentum. You have been hesitant to push a project when Guru was retro, but now it grants you the strategic courage to execute it, and the Guru restores your will to act. Through the 12th Lord perspective, the period of wasted energy ends. You are now moving forward. Because we've already spoken about 12th house and the benefits, we can move on to the next. So the one special note from Astro Divas is Rahu is currently in Aquarius sign. Rahu is foreign, Rahu is technology, and Jupiter is also getting direct in the air sign Gemini, which represents communication media. Jupiter aspecting Rahu means expansion in the segment of communication media technology of foreign land. So we all need to embrace this opportunity and get connected to these aspects in life, at least until Jupiter is in Gemini. So travel and communicate, make best use of technology and social media. Being active and expressive will benefit all of us. So Astro Diva advises to get socially connected to the world, either through communication, tech, social media, or through travel. Now, just to summarize for you, Capricorn rising, there is a legal clearance, a favorable turn in the workplace dispute or a bureaucratic win. There is a health recovery, finding a good doctor or a diet that finally clears a nagging physical issue. Pets at home also improve habits and health wise. Victory in competition. So, if you're appearing for an exam, interview, or a court case, the direct motion favors your success. Bonus or raise on a new in a job or a new job offer, and there is a mentor support, there is a debt settlement, sibling harmony is also there. A breakthrough in communication with your younger sibling or a close neighbor can happen. Visa approval can happen. Project launch can happen, successfully starting a business initiative that was delayed since December. Peaceful sleep will be there, so end of cycle of insomnia or high stress dreaming. Digestive harmony will be there. So because this is a classic link of Jupiter in the sixth of for the digestive fire, it cools down. And skill recognition is also there. So being rewarded for a specific technical skill you have mastered. So to all the hardworking Capricorn, hope you make note and make use of the things going into your favor and start working in the right direction, and wishing you all the best.
Hello, all the Aquarius rising sign. Now let's just discuss how the Jupiter direct from March 11th going to impact you. So, The Jupiter is the lord of second house, that is the house of wealth and family, and the 11th house, that is the house of gain and social network for you. And this Jupiter, it make a dhan karaka, wealth provider, as it rule both the major houses of money for you. And where it is sitting right now, you can see on the screen, the Jupiter right now is sitting in fifth house, where the Gemini sign is falling. So Jupiter is getting direct in that particular house of intelligence, and it's the house of creativity. And this is the brilliant transit for problem solving now. And your mind will become a fountain of ideas. And the ability to plan future at that will become more accurate and optimistic. And if you felt stuck in any kind of project or unable to learn any new skill, now the time is right. Your brain will feel faster, sharper, and more innovative. And if I talk about the speculative gains, because Jupiter is the owner of the 11th house and sitting in the fifth house itself, since the direct motion here is excellent for investments. Decision made now are backed by the Guru's grace rather than Rahu impulsiveness. So if there has been any distance or and misunderstanding with your children also, Jupiter direct will bring heart to heart energy that rotates, restores the bond for you. And the romantic clarity will be there now. So if you are looking for any partner, so you will be able to, find a good partner. And if there was any kind of confusion, the retrograde period is ending, so that confusion will also be clear. You will be able to find the right person for you, and you know the reason why you are, uh, choosing that particular person. So now let's just talk about the aspects of Jupiter. You can see on the screen, it's shown over there that the Jupiter is aspecting three houses. It is already given using the hands. So the fifth aspect is the aspect on the house of Libra. And this particular glance falls on the house of fortune and dharma, because this is the ninth house. It brings you into a contact with lucky opportunities and wise teachers. They will be able to help you to expand your worldwide view. And it will result in successful long distance journey if you are thinking about going abroad for academics. So this is the right time. Now let's just talk about the next aspect, that is the seventh aspect. It is on the 11th house of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter itself. So Jupiter look at its own house of gains, and this is the wealth yoga in motion for you. If the 11th house is the house of fulfillment of desires and the fifth house is the house of intelligence, now 11th house gains now connected by the aspect, what you think of now as the power of, power to manifest as a gain. So if there is any kind of, any kind of friends, that you will find that there is influential friends now, the mentors or siblings who you have been distant from a long period of time, they are now stepping forward to seat at the table. So this is the right time. If you have been waiting for any kind of raise or bonus, uh, from a long term project, this aspect, that this particular aspect is going to activate that bonus for you. So all the best. Let's just discuss the ninth aspect, which is the most auspicious aspect. The Jupiter direct in the fifth house, and its as the ninth aspect is falling on which house? The Lagna, where Rahu is already sitting, and it will be there until this year, until the year ends. So this is the divine shield for you, and it is, the glance is falling on your personality. The first house is you, your personality. So Rahu sitting over there can make you overthink, and it can make you overthink until you feel paralyzed. But now, because Jupiter is getting direct, it acts as a wisdom filter. It is helping you to see the truth about yourself, because Rahu is a fog, and Rahu was sitting, like, from some time now, Rahu is sitting with Mars. So that Rahu Mars energy in your Lagna, it was causing inflammation or, stress related issue. But the Jupiter gaze is Amrit here, and it helps you to cool down, to heal the physical body. And Rahu can also make you egoistic, uh, or your ego can be too fragile, but Jupiter brings the balance. and humility. So allowing you to use your Aquarius brilliance without, Rahu's chaos here. The tip I want to give you is master your craft this time, because Jupiter is in your fifth house, is expanding your creative intelligence. So use this period to turn a hobby into your unique skill, and that can become source of your income. And with this, one thing came into my mind, because I'm talking about this unique skill and the source of the income. Do watch our video on the moon sign and how we have predicted there which income source is good for you, which side hustle is good for you that you will enjoy. It is available on our channel. So, with that, let's just move to the next rising sign.
So, welcome to all the Pisces rising. Pisces, your ascendant lord, is finally waking up. Jupiter is ending its retrograde and gaining massive momentum towards its exaltation. So this is a game changer for you, as your own ruling planet, your Lagna Lord, moves from the state of hesitation into full power, clearing the path for your personal and professional identity to shine. So in the classics, when the ascendant lord, the Lagna Adhipati, moves from Vakra, retrograde, to Riju, direct, it's described as a Udaya, rising of the native. So amazing for Pisces and time to shine. Now let's look at the Bhav Phala first. The benefit of Jupiter from its placement. So Jupiter is placed in your fourth house, so the foundation strengthens, the instability in your private life ends. On home front, property purchases, renovations, or rental agreement that was stuck in limbo finally moved to a signing stage. Classic also says it gives Bhumiyadi Sukha, happiness from assets and home. The classic side gains an acquisition of property, that is Griha Labh, or a vehicle Vahan Labh also is there. So one tip is, if you can wait until March 20th when Mercury also turns direct, it will be a perfect time to sign any documentation or deal. Inner peace also returns through your fourth house placement. The feeling of being unsettled or emotionally heavy dissolves, replaced by a sense of deep, secure happiness. Classic says it gives a Hridaya Shanti, peace of heart. So, fourth house is your Sukha Sthana, Sukha Bhav. So, it removes Mansik Tapas, your mental agony, to a feeling of Vistara, expansion, and relaxation. So, you feel at home in your own skin again. There is Matru Sukha also, happiness from mother. So your relationship with your mother heals, or she experiences a significant positive breakthrough in her personal life. We already spoken Vahan Sukha is there. So if you're planning to buy any new vehicle or repair a vehicle, this is the right time. You can go for it, and necessary funds will appear from somewhere now. This is an auspicious window for home appliance also. So now, with all these benefits from the placement, let's look at the aspects. The Drishtifal. So if you take a look at the screen, Jupiter is placed in your fourth, aspecting 8th, 10th, and 12th house. So where you see the hand of God, those are the houses Jupiter is aspecting and blessing. So the aspect on the 8th house gives the healing reset. Now Jupiter's grace hits your 8th house of transformation. Expect a psychological growth where deep-seated fears and anxiety suddenly loses their grip. There is impact on joint assets. So discussion regarding shared finances or inheritance move from conflict to fair logical resolution. Hidden wealth is on the card. So news regarding tax refunds, insurance payout, or a spouse sudden financial gain finally hits the surface. On transformation, you should stop looping an old emotional pattern and start moving forward with a powerful new perspective. On longevity, a sense of physical rejuvenation and inner vitality replaces the stagnant energy from the past few months. The fifth aspect is a gaze of intelligence in the house of secrets. So it grants the ability to uncover the truth. So if you are an astrologer or researcher, the classics suggest that this is the time of pratibha, intuitive genius. So you will be able to solve deep hidden problems for yourself and your clients also that were previously blocked. Jupiter aspects on the 10th house. Now, looking directly at your 10th house, it's the homecoming aspect for Jupiter. Jupiter brings a green and clarifying light to your professional life. So, on career, your reputation is restored as superiors, and the public finally acknowledges the hard work you have been putting since late 2025. On status, you gain clarity on your true calling and leadership role. On authority, mentors or high level professionals step in to provide the endorsement or a green light uh, you have been waiting for. And 10th house is also house of action karma. So your professional effort starts yielding high quality results with significantly less friction or delay. Jupiter aspect on the 12th house. Now, this gives us spiritual protection. This is the strongest aspect, the Amrit Drishti, hitting your 12th house of subconsciousness and foreign land. Now, expect a green light for foreign travel, spiritual retreat, or international projects. Any hidden enemies or secret worries are neutralized by divine grace, and your sleep quality also improves drastically. On expenses, the mystery drain on your wallet stabilizes. So you find smarter ways to manage your long term saving. On sleep, subconscious anxiety and restless nights end, allowing for prophetic dreams and deep healing rest. Foreign travel is also on the card, so stalled visa will get processed, or international business opportunity move from pending to approved. On spirituality, you find a direct connection to your practice, moving from confusion to a deep sense of being guided. Classic says aspect on 12th means end of wasteful expenditure via. So, and beginning of spiritual protection. So, if you have been planning to travel or spiritual retreat or to any religious place, the divine signature is granted. It also ensures that any hidden enemies are neutralized by your own wisdom. So many benefits from the aspect. Now, also let's look at the benefit from the lordship. Now, Jupiter is your first and 10th lord for Piscean. So, as the lord of first and 10th, Jupiter turn means your direction in life is no longer in reverse. The phase of second guessing your personality on your purpose ends. So, where your health also improves, your confidence returns, and your social status reaches new heights. The first lord is self. So your health, vitality, and personal confidence returns to full strength. You feel like yourself again. As per classic, your first lord Jupiter represents your physical vitality and your path in life. The deha pushti, the strength of body and character improves. So it suggests a rekindling of the internal flame. So when the lagna lord moves forward, the native moves forward, and it also get rid of the alasya, the lethargy or the confusion to tejas and to radiance or to clarity. So if you have felt not like yourself, physically sluggish since December, this is the week or this is the time you get your spark back and your health stabilizes and your personal confidence returns to its natural expansive state. Now let us know in the comment box, Piscean, if things are like this right now. The 10th Lord perspective is on profession. We have already spoken about it, all the benefits. So, your career actions now yield maximum results with minimum friction. So, this is a very good news for you. The classic suggests it gives a Rajya Samman, that is honor in public sphere. So, you gain your authority at work. One special note from Astro Diva is Rahu is currently in Aquarius air sign. Rahu is foreign, Rahu is technology. Jupiter is also getting direct in the air sign Gemini, which represents communication, technology, media. Jupiter respecting Rahu means expansion in the segment of communication, media, technology, foreign travel. So we all need to embrace this opportunity and get connected to these aspects, at least until Jupiter is in Gemini. So travel and communicate, make best use of technology and social media. Being active and expressive will also benefit all of us somewhere. So Astro Diva advises get socially connected to the world either through communication, tech, social media, or through travel. Please drop us a comment in our comment section. That way is also you can connect to all of us socially. Let's summarize for Pisces rising. Home finalization, successfully moving into a new space or finishing a major home renovation can happen. Matru Krupa is there, a deep healing in the relationship with mother or an improvement in her well-being can happen. Reputation boost is there. Inheritance or tax good news is there. Emotional reset is there. Travel confirmation visa approval is also there. Spousal gains are there. Your partner receive news or a promotion or a financial windfall. Sthira Lakshmi is there. The stabilization of wealth that stays in the home rather than being spent on repairs will happen. Vehicle upgrade can happen. Spiritual clarity will come. Meeting a teacher or finding a book that provides the missing link to your wisdom will happen. Identity strength will be there. Rebranding yourself or stepping into role that feels authentic and powerful. Atma Siddhi is also there, a profound sense of self-realization and clarity regarding your soul's purpose, because your first house is getting positively impacted. Nightly peace is also there, transforming your high stress insomnia to peaceful restorative sleep. So Pisces, the sweethearts of the zodiacs, you are blessed. Make sure your Lagna Lord turning direct, you make good use of it, and wishing you all the success.
Have come to end of this particular session, but before ending it, actually, if you are on some kind of crossroads and you are somewhat feeling neglected in your love life, you want some kind of clarity in your career, please do reach out to us. We have some slots available where we will give you one on one consultation, and we will provide you the guidance regarding all the areas of your life. And these are the numbers on the screen below. You can either call us on that, or either message us on this number, or you can email us on the email astrodivas3@gmail.com. We will be happy to help you out. So, with this, we are actually moving to the last section where I just want to say one thing to you. As the Jupiter is turning direct on 11th March, we honor it not just as a spiritual guide, but as a cosmic shield as well. Just as a massive gravity protects the Mother Earth by pulling away wandering asteroids. So it's the energy that act as a divine filter for our lives, clearing away obstacles and bringing the expensive blessings. May this forward movement bring you the same strength and protection in your own journey. We thank you for being part of Astro Divas family. So stay blessed and keep looking up. See you next time. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.